everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, there's going to be a pair of wide receivers looking to make big plays on the field. It's Bryant.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. One man in the backfield, Elliott. Prescott, and his first look is incomplete. Ten yards still left on second down.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Here we go!
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Steps away to his left. And it's incomplete. Bryce Butler, the intended receiver. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Now Romo to the sideline. And, oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd gone to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right. Try to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from...
Bye-bye, Beasley. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cole Beasley, 64 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. Took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the... 9-yard line.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job, to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
Rodgers going to throw. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. They give him a gain of 37. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On play action, it's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. A good pick up there at 20 yards. On first down, Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 10 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a Green Bay first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Throwing is Rodgers. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams from 6 yards away. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. The decision to bring it out proves somewhat fruitful as he is able to get it across the 25 by a little bit.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. To throw on second down is Romo. A dump off to Elliott. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
They go play action here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. A very solid gain of 27.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space, the big guys leading the way.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Here we go.
Here's Romo now on second down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Through an opening, and there he goes. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. So 2nd and 10 here. Now a handoff here to his running back. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 4th down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Crosby puts it through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Here we go.
Romo gives to Elliott. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out.
Here we go. Here we go. Check. 18.
They'll come out in the pistol. Romo now to throw. And that is incomplete. Gavin Escobar, his big tight end, was the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
Has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Rolling to his right. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he's... Name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Getting set to go again, Tony Romo marches back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Now a first down throw. Romo drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them pass it, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just...
Now look out, Rodgers. Lost. He's got daylight. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. 2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out costs him a yard as he's out of bounds at the 24-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Deep drop. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
It goes as a loss of 6, and now 3rd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Losing 6 yards there to bring up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Getting set to go again, Tony Romo marches back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way. Yeah,
because he's looked pretty good to this point. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And now it's 2nd down. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass. 2nd and 10. Romo once more. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So that last play called back after the penalty. 2nd and long here. To throw on 2nd down is Romo. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Every time I see a hitch pattern dropped, I go back to the combine because there's a drill that they use all the time that's called the gauntlet drill, where a receiver catches the ball and just works his way straight down the line and catches it from different sides. And the problem with that drill is that you don't actually have to secure the catch. You just kind of catch it, drop it immediately, and keep moving. And sometimes that shows up on plays like this.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That incompletion allows me to get this stat in. You ready? Playoff stat. Home teams were 0-4 in the wild card games last year. This time, they rolled, winning all 4 games by 13, 18, 20, and 25 points. That's 76 combined.
I love your math. How about that? Now, the teams that got beat, they don't like the math so much. But how about how that shapes up the divisional round matchups now? We've got some big-time games coming up in the NFL.
Top 4 seeds on each side. Going to be fun.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Here's Rodgers surveying the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
That's taken on the 25. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
It's a pickup of 19, and it'll give the Packers a first down. And they're going to speed things up here. Rodgers now on first down. Caught left side by Cobb. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
No one happier to see number 18, Randall Cobb, on the field for Green Bay than quarterback Aaron Rodgers. He says they make him a better team when he's on the field, and he does so because he stretches things as well as he's able to make the tough catches underneath.
116 yards, 3 touchdowns, including that Hail Mary in the wild card round.
He's so smart, so crafty, and don't forget, they can also use him as a running back, put him back in the backfield there, and take some pressure off of Ty Montgomery.
Now Rodgers, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, the hit sure looks like a simple route, but I think the issue with it is a lot of time when you're making that play, you're actually working your way back inside towards traffic where the big guys are coming from inside out, whether it's defensive ends or linebackers. And a lot of the time, instead of securing the pass, your eyes might stray towards the middle and wonder where the big hit's going to come from.
Flush to his right. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with his second touchdown here in this first half. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
And the pressure gets to Romo as he goes down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On second down, here's Romo. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Check, check, check.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They come up in an empty set, 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And on the left side, he's got Witten. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Well, this one's knuckling, and it just does get over the crossbar. He didn't get much of it, but he got it to go. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 30.
Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Returnable here for Davis. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll cut it to the right sideline. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 41 yards. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And they'll run it here. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
How about the defense not hanging their heads from the previous play where they were beat for a big run, came back on the very next down, and made a play defensively that was to their credit.
They come out here in the eye. Now it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
False start, offense.
Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. Wind at his back now in this third quarter. And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Romo now to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now a play fake here on first down. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And they get 28 yards on that one. And it'll be first down Cowboys. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. They go play action here on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. A play fake for Elliott. Now Romo looking for his running back, and he's got it. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence. Because sometimes when you get stuck big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence that they just get their assignments down, they would get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
On second down, here's Rodgers. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect him. And he fires one that's intercepted. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And his kick is good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Now, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And now they're in the hurry-up. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Here's Romo now on second down. And now for the third time, Romo intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Naturally, we're going to say it was a poor pass, but the defensive guys say it was just a great play by them. They broke on the football, picked it off, and gave some momentum to their team.
And now the Packers get set to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, I think it's safe to say that the third quarter's not been a whole lot of fun for him. A couple of interceptions thrown. He seems to be a different man here in the second half.
And now here come the Cowboys. They go back to the air here after the INT. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw on second down is Romo. Drops it underneath to Elliott. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. Fake the give to Elliott. Now Romo. And he's got his man. It's Escobar. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Gavin Escobar. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The tight end can kind of be that diamond in the rough secret weapon that you have, and right there they show you why.
And it's becoming less of a secret, isn't it, partner? Every game that we do nowadays, the tight end is a featured receiver, not just a blocker, as in the days of old.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll come out in the pistol. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're going to get back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Rodgers now on first down. He's going to launch this thing way down. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Jordy Nelson, 53 yards. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route, because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops, there he goes again.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. No gain, and it's second down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And a pretty nifty hurdle there before he's brought down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
And after a nice gain, they don't need the penalty. They'll decline it, take the ball where the play resulted. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught. Nelson. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's got time in the pocket. Caught by Nelson left side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. And quickly they get to the line. Rodgers to throw once more. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And again, it's Rodgers. And he finds Cook. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. And they're going to speed things up here. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Holding offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up 1st downs.
And the back goes into motion. Rodgers again now. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook.
Holding offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
False start offense.
Nelson, the man in motion right. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And oh, he leaped over him. Had a little bit of daylight. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st down, Romo. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Let's go now. 20. Go.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And Dez has got it. Dez Bryant for the Cowboy touchdown. Dez Bryant, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. So they cannot get into the end zone to add the extra pair of points. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Hey. 4 down.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 45 yards. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Rodgers now on 1st down. That is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jeff Janis, 26 yards. And the Packers get a score closer.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Romo now to throw. Going right side, he has Witten. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Romo. Complete to Jason Witten. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. Romo going to throw it. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Let's go now.
Again, Romo. 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. This is Elliott. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So an extra defensive back on the field. They need a stop here on 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Romo, and that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown. Jason Witten, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the... That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Muscles him off. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it, and now 4th down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Now a desperation throw deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score defensively. How do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on.